Hello, Juan. This is Joel from JND SEO. I spoke briefly to your office today, and so I'm sending this video over to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to have, some more, you want to learn more, let's have a 10-minute conversation. If not, no problem. Then I'm actually going to give you some free tips and strategies right in the video, and you can go ahead and apply those right to your site. First thing I would like to talk about today would be just content. So I'm on your home page, and I'm just kind of roughly counting about how much content you guys have. You guys do have a ton of pictures of projects you've done, which is awesome. Customers do love to see that. Let's see. I would say overall you guys probably have, even if we said you had 500 to 600 words of content, Google recommends you have about 1,500. The reason that they want so much content is that they're actually going to rank you based on the number of content words that you have. And the more you have, really the better, and Google's going to rank you higher. But the second and even more important reason is that the more content you have, the more keywords or keyword phrases they can put into this content, right? And for an example, I put in just roofing, Fayetteville, North Carolina. This one has good volume attached to it. I believe it's about 300 people search this phrase exactly every single month. But also, this is what new customers are going to search. This is how you'd bring in new customers. And if we just look from their perspective, the first thing they're going to see is these ads. This is just companies paying to be seen first in hopes of bringing in some more customers. After that, we're going to find map section. Top 3 companies are going to show up here based on citations. That's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. And those are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Home Advisor, just to name a few. There's many, many more of those. And then we're actually going to see some of those down here. And this is the organic section. 10 results show up per page here. And these don't show up randomly. They're all based on Google's formula and algorithm. We now know 2 parts of that have to do with content and keywords. And these show up in reference to our phrase, roofing, Fayetteville, North Carolina. So we could rank this keyword with number 1 going to Home Advisor, a directory, 2 going to Baker Roofing, and 3 going to the Better Business Bureau. So next, I'd like to take your website, myempireroofing.com, and plug it into a program I use called Ahrefs here. And what this does, it allows me to kind of just quickly look at your page and kind of see how you guys are doing. First thing I notice, you guys are taking advantage of using your headers, and that's a really good thing. This allows Google to find you a little bit easier in searches. We see your business name over here, Empire Roofing and Restoration, and then you also have a key phrase or keyword over here as well, which is really good. All right, next I want to dive into the numbers just briefly. 23 referring domains sending you back 117 links to your page. All that means is that there's 23 websites out there that you guys have 117 links on. So you have a little bit more than, about five per page or so. And when people click those links, basically it sends them directly back to your page, myempireroofing.com. Next up, you have 131 keywords or key phrases. These are just like what I put into our search, roofing, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And these are what really do bring in the visitors to your site. So the 131 that you guys currently can be found for, they're bringing you 30 visitors per month to your page. So let's just take a quick look at the keywords and just try to see where your visitors are coming from. All right, first thing we see is Empire Roofing. So 1,000 people do search this per month. I'm not sure how many locations you guys have. I know Empire Roofing is a fairly common business name amongst roofing. But we do see that you guys are in the 3rd position for this one, which basically just means you're going to get, a good percentage of that, right? We know there's 10 results that show up per page, so being in the top 10 is going to land you on the first page. You guys are top 3, so you're going to get a bigger percentage of that. So that's going to be where a lot of your traffic's coming from. After that, we're going to have roofing, Loganville, Georgia. 40 people do search it, and you guys are number 1 for this one. So again, you're going to get the biggest percentage of that. So people who search you by name, they know who you are. That's going to be a lot of your referrals and people who kind of know your name. Then you also want to have key phrases that bring in new customers, such as roofing, Loganville, GA for Georgia. All right, so I know you guys do have 2 locations, one in Georgia, one in North Carolina. I focused for the sake of this one on North Carolina, but you guys have a bunch of the Georgia ones ranking pretty high. So you also have roofing, Loganville, Georgia, 40, number 1, roofing, that one looks the same, and so is that one. So these are the ones you want to bring in that are going to bring in the new customers, right? And you want to have kind of a balance of some that are your referrals and some that are bringing in new customers. So just because I did North Carolina, let's just see what kind of comes up for that. If I just put in North Carolina, okay, so you only have a few actually for Fayetteville. So restoration companies in Fayetteville, 20. You guys are 86 for this one. 86 is going to put you on the 9th page. So we've actually found out 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2. So obviously, if you're on page 9, you're not getting any traffic from this one. Roofers in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 150 and 96, so page 10. Again, a lot of volume, but you're not going to be getting it with being ranked that far there behind. So you guys looks like you focused a little bit more on Georgia. All you'd have to do is really add some of those similar words for North Carolina and phrases to kind of get those in there. Just to give you a quick, example here for Baker Roofing, and they are North Carolina, not Georgia, so, bear with me here. Doesn't affect your numbers, but just a comparison. So they have over 1,000 referring domains, over 14,000 backlinks. Again, they're using their headers. 5,000 keywords, over 8,000 visitors to their site every month. Again, we can click their keywords and just kind of see what they're doing. Their name, Baker Roofing, 2300, number 1. So that's just their name again. They also may have multiple locations based on that amount of volume. If you just have one location, you really don't. Then let's look for some ones with new. So here we go. New customers, right? Roofing, Durham, North Carolina, 300, number 2. So they're going to get a large portion of that. They also have roofers in Raleigh, North Carolina, 100, number 1 for that one. And then roofing, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 300, number 3. So again, and then they even have roofing companies in just North Carolina in general. 90 people search it, they're number 1. So they're just ranked a little higher for North Carolina. Again, you guys are ranking pretty well in Georgia, but still overall, because this does show everything for your site. It's not just North Carolina, just because that's what we searched. All right, so just these are the total numbers for all of your locations, though. So you are getting 30, that's including Georgia and North Carolina. So honestly, 30, that's really only a couple keywords. Could be 1, could be 2, depending on the volume. If we just wanted to add, even if we just got 3 new keywords and we put them in North Carolina and Fayetteville, and we got you guys ranked in the top 5, that would be 100 more visitors to your site. If it's 100 more, it's probably going to be about 50 calls. And let's say the 50 calls, we'd probably say 25%. Let's say 50% would be estimates would be 25, but let's just say it's only 10 estimates, right? Let's just cut that number even again and to say it's 10 estimates. How many of those would you expect to land? Even if it's 2 jobs a month, still going to be a big chunk of business for you guys. I'll give you guys a follow-up call just to see what you thought of the video, but thank you for your time and have a great day.